Well, hi, my name's Ian and I want to welcome you to another 5-minute family devotion here at Engadine Heathcote Anglican Church. Now, Easter is coming up, and over the next couple of days we're going to find out what happened to Jesus in the last 24 hours before he died on the cross. Now, yesterday we learned that Jesus was arrested even though that he had done nothing wrong. Well, today we're going to find out what happened next, and if you're following along at home, it's from Matthew 27 verses 11 to 26. Now, Jesus was arrested because not everyone liked Jesus. In fact, some people, the priests and the teachers of the law, they wanted him dead. And so they took him, arrested, to the ruler of the country. Now, the ruler of the country, his name was Pilate. He was the one who decided who would be punished and who would be set free. Now, Pilate was very surprised that Jesus was brought before him. And so Pilate asked Jesus a bunch of questions. He asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Now, that was the claim that was put before him. Pilate didn't care whether Jesus was the king of God's people or not, because it seemed like he had done nothing wrong. Now, Jesus didn't answer Pilate because he knew what must happen. But every year Pilate had a bit of a tradition. He let one of the prisoners go to make the people happy. Now, there was a very, very bad man named Barabbas who was in prison. Pilate brought Barabbas out and stood him next to Jesus. Now, everyone knew that Barabbas was guilty and everyone was afraid of him. Pilate looked at the crowd and asked, "Who do you want me to let go, Barabbas or Jesus?" But the priests stirred up the crowd. "Barabbas! Let Barabbas go!" Now, Pilate was shocked. Barabbas? The murderer? Barabbas, who was so very, very bad? And the crowd cried out, "Barabbas! Let Barabbas go!" Barabbas laughed. The soldiers took off his chains. Barabbas, who had done so many bad things, was set free. Pilate, he couldn't believe it. And so he asked, "What should I do with Jesus?" For a moment, all was still. Then the priests and all the people began to shout out, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" That means kill him on a cross. But Pilate cried out, "Why? Why should I kill him? Because Jesus has done nothing wrong." But the crowd shouted even louder, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Then Pilate said to them, "You're the ones who are killing Jesus, not me. He has done nothing wrong. I wash my hands of his death. His death is your doing, not mine." So all the people agreed that Jesus' death was their doing. And so Pilate handed Jesus over to be killed. Now, you see, Barabbas was guilty. He had done many bad things. Jesus was innocent. He had done nothing wrong. But Jesus took Barabbas' place, and Barabbas was set free. You see, boys and girls, we're guilty just like Barabbas. We ignore God and we sin against him. But Jesus took Barabbas' place. And also, Jesus stepped in and took our place. He did that when he died for us. Even though we are guilty, you and I are made free because Jesus took our place. Now, in a couple of seconds, a couple of questions are going to come up on the board. And as a family, I want to invite you to read, to think, and to pray. And I want you to pause the video as you do each one of those together as a family.